It has given me a lot. It has given me people around me. I've made so many friends. It was difficult, very difficult. No cars, we didn't have communication, no finance, nothing like that. So it was very difficult, and frankly speaking, I was missing Nairobi, Shishukunj, and my friends. We are holding those values, but the way nowadays people are doing it is a different way, in their own way, what they think is best. But our values remain the same. And in Shishukunj, one thing is we work together. Not one person does thing. Yeah. If I always say that I'm doing it, then whatever good I have done will go in a drain. Yeah. It's a place of inspiration and everything to me. This is what it means, that people have inspired me. They have encouraged me. What I am today is because of Shishukunj.
Namaste, and welcome to the next episode of the Shishukunj Legacy Podcast. And today I'm really excited because I've got Dakshaben with me, who I've known for a really long time. Dakshaben, thank you for coming today.
Thank you, Sonalben.
So, when did you join Shishukunj, and why did you join Shishukunj?
I joined Shishukunj when I was 12 years old, very late starter. And why? My cousin brother came to stay with us in Nairobi as he had to finish his O-levels, and his family was abroad. So his Kalani Ketan friends used to come home to see him. So one Sunday morning, there were two senior bios who came home. They knew my father, and they saw us playing games. So they said, "Why don't you join Shishukunj, Kalani Ketan?" I said, "Oh, okay." And they said, "You'll enjoy playing games with other children, meeting people and like that." I said, "Okay, we'll try." So following Sunday, myself, Mahesh, Kamlesh, went with my cousin brother. We were living in Nagara, but the Kendra was in town Kendra. Okay. And we didn't know the way. So we went with him and we had to go walking. Like 40 minutes it took us.
Wow.
So that's how we started Kalani Ketan.
I've got to ask, who were these two bio?
Oh, they were none other than, they were Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So you got to meet Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai when you were like 11, 12 years old?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What was that like? What were they like? Were they like timid and quiet? Or?
No, they used to make everyone feel they are part of you. They didn't even think they are nanav che, so we don't talk to them or, like that. They were wonderful people. Very wonderful. Warm-hearted, I tell you.
So awesome. Dakshaben, what was the uniform like it was Kalani Ketan?
It was Kalani Ketan.
What was it like, the uniform like at Kalani Ketan?
Okay, bios had to wear white shirt and shorts white with blue stripes. Blue stripes on the side.
Shorts or long shorts?
No, they were wearing short shorts.
Okay.
On the side.
All right.
And Benos had to wear skirt, blouse and leggings, white, everything white. Or white dress and leggings.
So I had a rumor that back in Kenya times, they were very strict and disciplined about hair and nails and things. Is that true?
Well, they were not strict in that way to put oil or anything in the hair. Yeah, nails, we had to cut our nails. And we always had to have our handkerchiefs. So what we Benos used to do, tie handkerchiefs in our wrist.
So you had to have no nails?
No, we had to cut our nails. Because Sundays we had to go and just stand like this. They used to look at our nails.
So seriously, you had to stand in oh my God, you stood there like this and they checked, no way. Yes. Can you imagine that in London Shishukunj?
No,
exactly. And then hair. So I heard you had to have your hair oil. Did you have to do that?
No, not in Nairobi.
Okay.
It was in Mombasa.
Oh, so even in Mombasa Shishukunj, so what would you have to do? Go to Kendra with your hair oiled?
Yeah. But I haven't been to Mombasa Shishukunj at all.
Okay, well that's good because then you didn't have to oil your hair. So, what was your journey like from Kalani, Ketan, and then coming to London? What was that like for you? How did you come?
Well, I was in Nairobi, Shishukunj for only 7 years.
Okay.
And then in 1975, I came to UK, joined into Shishukunj. London here, it was difficult, very difficult. Like no cars, like we didn't have communication, no finance, nothing like that. So it was very difficult, and frankly speaking, I was missing Nairobi, Shishukunj, and my friends.
So, did you come by like ferry? Did you come by aeroplane?
No, by plane.
By plane?
Yeah.
Was that like your first plane journey?
Yes.
Wow. What did that?
And I didn't want to come to UK.
No way.
That was my last choice. But circumstances were like that. Me and my sister had to come.
And what was that plane journey like? So you've never been on a plane before. What did it feel like? Like, certain people, like when it goes up, all that stomach rumbling and stuff. Did you feel any of that?
I didn't, because I was just crying. I didn't feel it. I just didn't want to come. That's it.
Oh, no.
So when I came to London on the escalator, I've never seen those escalators, right? So I was wearing a sari and it got stuck in the thingy.
No way.
Yeah, it was very
So
bad.
your first impression of London was like, no, don't like it at all.
It was too cold.
And what year was it that you came to London, Shishukunj?
It was in September 1975.
So I've got to ask, were you there when Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai had that tragic accident?
Yeah, I was there.
Can you tell me a little bit about that day? How you found out? How did you feel?
Oh, it was very shocking. I came from town to my house where I was living in Nagara. And when I heard the news on on radio at 1 o'clock news, it was shocking, very shocking. Didn't even think about this thing, and the Kalani Ketan Bhavan was next to us, 5 minutes walk. So we went there and everyone was in a shock. What are we going to do next? Is Kalani Ketan going to go on or is going to stop? It was standstill completely.
So standstill, like, did people gather somewhere? Did everyone just wait for a phone call? What happened?
Well, we didn't have phones over there, so we just went to Bhavan and we got the messages. So Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai were not living far away from. So we went to their house, both houses, running here and there. It was just, you just can't imagine without them anything.
Because the way I like hearing it from what you're telling me, there's not much communication, as in everyone's not got mobile phones or phones,
Telephones,
even not everyone
nothing.
had phones. So you all just go to a house and then wait until you hear the proper news, isn't it?
Yeah.
And who actually came and gave the proper news?
Well, there was nothing like that because we were gathered at the Bhavan and there we got the news. That's it. We all were over there.
Wow. I can't even imagine what that must have felt like, especially because Devchandbhai and Vallabhbhai were the ones that came to your house, saw you playing, got you involved in Shishukunj. So you've got that lagni with them, that affection with them. And then you suddenly hear this story. Wow, that must have been so, so hard.
It was shocking.
I want to take you, so you've come to London. Did you still continue in Shishukunj in London?
Well, when I came to London, there was no Shishukunj. So I was literally, every Sunday I used to remember they are doing this Nairobi like that. But I was missing a lot. But then later, 76, I think, we started gathering in the city, Bond Street. I think it was Bond Street somewhere. I can't remember
Somewhere
much.
in central London.
Central
right?
London. Yeah. After work, we used to go there, and once a month we used to have a meeting over there. And then because there were so many Nairobi Karyakas over here, so they all decided that let's do something.
What did you do as work when you came to London?
Well, I didn't do any courses or anything. I just knew little bit typing.
Okay.
So what happened? I got a job as a tea lady. And I said, okay, I accept it because I didn't have any qualifications. But suddenly my friend from Nairobi was working here. So she said there is a vacancy over here for typing. So I said, okay, I'll come for interview. I got a job in typing. So it's just manual typewriter and that's it. And then I progressed myself all these years.
Wow. I just want to take you back to Kenya. What was school like in Kenya?
Schools were okay. We never used to mix with boys over there in school, so we only had girls' friends, that's it. But school was like morning we go, lunchtime we come home and then go back. That's normal schools.
What was your first portfolio, like your first responsibility?
Well, London Shishukunj, I was a carrier. Because I was a carrier in Nairobi, so automatically I was carrier. And then was doing everything, whatever duties I get, I used to do everything.
And as a carrier, and then you've got all these London children joining, what was that like for you? Because London children are very different to, say, Nairobi or just across Kenya. They're very, very different, brought up differently. How did you find that difference?
I tell you, it was difficult because communication was difficult. And to teach them our culture was difficult. Like when we started Tampakling Kendra, it wasn't easy. It was very difficult, especially in winter. Like we used to go over there, me, my two brothers, every Sunday. It was in the afternoon. It was winter, cold. It used to get dark. But we managed there. And we had to, because we live in Kingsford and Kendra was in Tampakling, 4 buses we had to change. Wow. But that was fine. We didn't mind. But then the Sankhya was like only 40 in the beginning. And what we did that time, we printed leaflets and we went to people's house to tell them what Shishukunj is about, Children's Society. They started sending, but it was not that much support.
Okay.
And to teach Pratna and everything to Barco, it wasn't easy. It was very difficult. But they enjoyed games, which I always do. I always enjoy games.
And did you think, like in London, did you think one of the difficulties was kind of trying to integrate the Shishukunj ethos, the Shishukunj sort of timetable? You know, there's Pratna, there's Bodik, there's Samuramat, there's games. Did you find it was difficult to get London parents to understand the value of that?
Well, what happened, because we knew what we were doing in Nairobi, so we just continued that way in the beginning. And now things have changed. But that time we just did it what we knew we could do best for a child.
And then you had a few London Garikas start, didn't you?
That's it, yeah.
At that time.
That was an important thing, that people knew what Shishukunj is about.
And do you think, Dakshaben, so Shishukunj started in India, then it went to Africa, and then it came to London. And we have some foundations from really relevant people like Gandhiji, Swami Vivekananda, Maria Montessori, Gijubai. Do you feel like in today's society, here we are today, do you think Shishukunj is still upholding those values?
Yes, I think we are holding those values. But the way nowadays people are doing it is a different way, in their own way, what they think is best. But our values remain the same. Yeah.
Okay. And to you, what are those values?
That to look after people, be honest, be nice to everyone, respect people, like those values.
Yes. And also, I know you haven't said this, but I know you would say this, which is, what about children?
Oh, children is priority, yeah. Absolutely. That's the main thing. Children is priority. Because that's what we work for, Children's Society.
Absolutely. So, Dakshaben, if you had a message that you could give to our children of today, who are our future leaders, our parents of Shishukunj, what would that message be?
Oh, that message will be respect everyone, be compassionate. Respect everyone in a way that don't let them down. If you are doing something, encourage them. Be nice to everyone and tried to be helpful to people.
No. So Dakshaben, this might be a slightly difficult conversation, but I want to ask. You're a silent worker. Whatever you're asked to do, you'll do it. And you'll do it with a smile. I know you love music, you love dancing, you love singing. And even if you don't get the opportunity, you'll still smile. Where does that passion come from?
Oh, it comes from my father, my family. Like my father was a silent worker. He used to help everyone. He used to lift people up. If there's some problem with them, just do it silently, walk out. And still people come and tell me, your father did this. But we never knew in the family what my father has done to other people. And that's how I am. That's how I like to work in Shishukunj. Be background, not in front.
That's where the silent worker comes from. You were always one of those people who just got on with things and didn't worry about whether it was front house or back house. You just did it. You've seen Shishukunj for sort of evolve and grow and become what it is today.
Yeah.
Can you remember let's say 3 to 5 events that were like your favorite that you remember from all of these years?
Oh, like dancing, singing. I love singing, but I'm not a good singer. I'm out of rhythm and like that. But I tell you, Sonal, when you gave me opportunity during Navratri to come on the stage, sing in chorus, Balkara Darshan, and playing games was my favorite because I used to beat bios in Nairobi in games.
I like to hear that. I really like to hear that. And what about, do you remember any particular events or things that happened, whether it was in Nairobi or whether it was in London, anything that you remember that will always like be in your memory about Shishukunj? Was it an event? Was it a person you met? Was it something you saw a barak do? Anything like that?
It's, one thing I always feel when you see a child and their smiling face, it really makes me happy. That's all because I work for children, I don't worry about adults, what they do, what they don't. But for a child, it's always in me because I feel I'm still a barak, learning from a child still.
Yeah.
And the innocence.
Dakshaben, if you had an opportunity to share something with people that are going to be watching and listening to this podcast, what would you also want to share with them about you, your journey, your love, your passions, also what you don't like?
It has given me a lot. It has given me people around me. I've made so many friends. And sometimes when I feel if I need middle of the night, some people, they'll come and help me. And they have helped me in my own life. And the bond between each other, there's a trust. Without a trust, you can't do anything, yeah? You need to have that trust. And a respect which you get from child. To me, it is like that. Like Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai, I always respected them. Because the way they were. And I can give you one example of them even. I was sick we had a big shibir in Nairobi, in Nakuru. It was a big shibir. I fell sick because what happened, on the last day, we had a court scene and I was involved in that court scene. So Ramesh Bhai Patel just grabbed me. There's a court scene, you have to go, and I fainted. That was it.
So this is actually on Shishukunj? Or
Shishukunj,
so
Nairobi.
Is on Shishukunj in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Is it like part of a manoranjan? Or
No, it's a shibir.
Oh, so it's a
You
shibir.
learn for 4 days. You go there, you learn your own, because you are away from your parents, from everyone.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot in the shibir.
Okay. And so on this shibir, what created a court scene on a shibir?
When you try to do something harm to someone, which you don't do it, but they make you do it.
Oh, so somebody had been
Yeah,
told...
they took from the knife. I was working in the kitchen, so
Okay.
when I was holding a knife, they took fingerprints. They wanted to create something.
Okay. Something different for people to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I fell sick, and then court scene was cancelled. And by the time Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai had already left Nairobi via Ketan. And when we reached Nairobi next day, I reached home. I was fine playing. And then they both came home, Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai, and they said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine." But that stuck in my mind from that time that only Nani Chu, look at this Mutabayo, they came and asked about me. So the respect for them was
So
immense.
one thing I've learned is that you should never go to court.
Yeah. Scared.
So Dakshaben, all these years that you've been in Shishukunj, both Nairobi, when it was called Kalani Ketan, and then London Shishukunj,
Yeah.
you're a senior Ben. Do you feel that Benor have really been given the opportunity to flourish, to do well in Shishukunj?
Well, those days were different when I was there. Because we were just backbenchers, like they tell us to do something, we do it. Never argue, nothing, okay. That was it. London I came, it was same. Because Benos don't come forward and speak. But nowadays, it's completely different. Benos are always first.
When did you see that change happen?
I think long time back. It's many years back, like 10 years old back. Something
it was
like
in
that.
the 80s or the 90s?
Something like that. 80s, yeah.
80s,
Something
okay.
like that.
Can you ever imagine that one day there could be a female president or governor?
Yeah, before I thought like you lot. Yeah, you can speak. So we thought you'll be president, or there are some other banners even.
Mm-hmm.
But for banners, a lot of responsibility other way, in the house and like that. It's not easy for banners.
Mm.
So I hope someone do come.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying about the responsibility side, because, going back to, say, 20, 30 years ago in London, Benor were very much, cooking, cleaning, making sure the house, whatever duties need to be done, and went to Shishukunj as well.
Yeah.
So in terms of having those more difficult responsibilities, wasn't considered it would ever happen. But do you think it will happen?
I think it will happen, but time will tell. Time will tell, definitely. Things are moving forward, and people are aware. It's awareness now they've got that Beno should do something.
Yeah. So Dakshaben, many Beno, like myself and Payo, look up to you. They look at you, senior Karika. They look at everything you've achieved. They look at you, the silent worker. They look at you, the passionate one, the one that people can call and you'll just do things behind closed doors. It will get done. How does that make you feel?
Well, I never thought of it because I love working. This is my passion. And I get along with everyone. There is nothing that I have grudge against anyone. And in Shishukunj, one thing is we work together. Not one person does thing. Yeah. If I always say that I'm doing it, then whatever good I have done will go in a drain. Yeah. It's everyone's effort. It's not individuals doing anything.
And as hard as it is for you to accept and understand, there are many of us that look up to you. And you need to really feel that love. There are so many that really respect who you are, what you've achieved, what you've done, and the fact that you're going to continue doing so much more for many, many years to come.
Yes, I am, because I love Shishukunj.
We can see that in your smile, for sure. So I just want to ask you one final question. What does Shishukunj mean to you?
Shishukunj means it's a place of inspiration and everything to me. This is what it means, that people have inspired me. They have encouraged me. What I am today is because of Shishukunj. Otherwise, I don't know what would I have been doing. Like singing, dancing, playing. I did all this typing. I got opportunity to do it. Type me easy minutes and Fulwari magazine and bulk BKD, the souvenirs, everything. And then there's a bond, a really good bond between people that you can trust them, you can rely on them. And I have got such a good bond in Shishukunj with some people. I tell you, they always push me. You can do it, you can do it. And this is what I am. One thing I would say, that never forget your parents. Your parents are most important. Family.
True.
And the people around you. Without them, you can't do anything. And God. It's His spiritual blessing you'll get, that He'll make you do things.
Thank you. And do you feel like all of that together gives you the strength and the passion to keep going?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. And I thank Vallabhbhai and Devchandbhai from bottom of my heart, wherever they are, that because of them I'm in Shishukunj.
They're looking down on you, Dakshaben,
I'm
every
in
day,
Shishukunj.
going, keep going, keep going.
You know, life is, you get so many different things in life. You get difficulties in life, right? But this Sanstha's Children's Society has always helped, because we work for children. It's their blessings we are getting. It's not us. It's children's blessing. And without them, I think we can't do. It's a smile on their face when you see that.
Definitely.
And like, you know, Sonalben, I never expected I'll be teaching Gujarati. To 6 years old, I taught Gujarati for so many years. I really enjoyed. It was fun. This is what I work for children, and I would do it till I am here in this world. Be nice to people, be happy, happy go. That's it.
Dakshaben, namaste.
Namaste, Sonalben. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here today. So that was today's Shishukunj Legacy Podcast with Dakshaben Shah. And she has been in the realms of Shishukunj for so many years, so much knowledge, so much experience, but ultimately so much passion. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonalben. Thank you very much.